Hello everybody, welcome back to my SimCity Extras tutorial, SimCity 3000. This is part 5 and this is possibly the final part of my tutorial because I've shown you how to put in highways, I've shown you how to put in subway networks, and obviously we've been doing rail networks from the start. I've shown you how to put in bus stops. Of course, you always remember that your water has got to be up to date. As I said, the city is not finished, but the city was never going to be finished in this tutorial. That would take forever. If you want to know how to build a big city, check out my other tutorial on SimCity 3000, which takes you through it. Okay, so I'm just going to be doing the utility upgrades, which is water, garbage, and I'm going to be adding an airport and take you through seaport corners. And then that's about it really. So there are other power plants that come in later on, like, as you know, fusion power plant and all of that, and I'll just take you through what each power plant is, what the negatives and the positives are up to now anyway. And of course you've got your jails and stuff. Basically this is a filthy power plant. It pollutes your city, it's dirty, it's smelly, it's horrible, and doesn't produce that much power. It's cheap. This is quite expensive, but it's much cleaner and generates slightly more power. This generates very, very little power, the gas power plant. It costs a fair amount, and it's very, very clean. This is extremely clean. It generates a lot of money, it generates a lot of power, but there's also the risk of a meltdown. It doesn't generate much power, and very cheap, but you need, as it says here, hundreds of them to power even a small sized city. And when it says small sized, we mean 30,000 people. And finally the solar power plant, which of course is very clean, no pollution, but doesn't generate that much electricity. Then you've got your microwave and your fusion power plant, which is power from nothing and all of that, which is much cleaner. Okay, so let's get on with the upgrades. First upgrade is the power plant. So I'm going to leave nuclear ones in, and I'm going to build a couple of solar power plants in there. For water, you want to build some of these water treatment plants. They'll clean up your city's water supplies and give you, they're essential for a high land value city. Make sure it's connected to your water system. And finally, for the utility section, we want to these just help reduce your garbage. This is extremely pollutive. This is highly pollutive, but it generates electricity as well. Also, if you build enough garbage facilities, this is why I've purposely kept the city small, this actually will start to disappear eventually, and you can just dezone it or zone over the top or build something on top, and it's very handy. So I'm going to run that for now. Of course that's spent a lot of our money, but we've got a lot of money coming in, so there's no worries. Yeah, you can see the water's starting to clean up already, and that's what these little things do. So yeah, so they're very happy about that now, the Sims, as I've noticed. Now an airport. I'm going to stick an airport here. For an airport you want a flat level, and because our city's not going to go right up to the edge, we don't worry about it being surrounded by water and all of that. Not like my big city tutorial. That was just good. If you could, you can just guess where it's going to go. We'll connect that to the city, the next city, and we'll zone an airport, a small airport to start out with, because they are expensive. That'll do. Make sure it's got a water supply and a power supply. I'll show you now about the wind turbines. We've just got an airport here. If I build 6 there, you can see that they reach and that's not using any other than it. But you could, you know, that's enough to power the airport. That'll probably change in this month. Yeah, 100 megawatt hours each, and that's just an airport. I mean, you know, that's just really. So they're not that very good unless you're going to power small towns. Okay, and we'll have some bus stops in as usual, and subway station. With a railway line past it. And train station. So with the rail. I'm not going to join them up. And also you build a highway past it to make sure it's connected into the main highway system of the city. Somebody asked me, why do commercial zones keep abandoning on one of my other, on part 7 of my other tutorial. And I did answer him. If a commercial zone is abandoning, it could be of a number of reasons. One, there's too high crime, or the city services such as education is not good enough. Two, the city is simply too young and there's not enough people living there. Three, it could be that it hasn't got water in. Four, it could be not correctly connected to a subway system. Five, it could have too high tax. You know, there's just reasons. You use the common sense, basically. Oh, we've rotated. But anyway, it's been nice working with this little city, Donfield, which is now at 70,000, nearly enough people in it. And yeah, it's just a nice little town now, really. But I could expand this into a metropolis, but I'm not going to. So, overall, if you want to know anything else, add me as a friend or comment below, personal message me. Please don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, if you have any queries, any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. If that means making another tutorial, I'll make another tutorial video to explain that. But I will be happy to answer any questions. So until next time, this has been Simul 2009 Borough. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and happy YouTubing.